Hello everyone, this is Kash and I'm back with another Pokemon Pocket video, and in this video I'm gonna showcase the same double Blastoise and double Primarina deck that I showcased in my last video, but against a Pokemon that everyone is tired of right now because no one likes this Pokemon except for the people who are running it, as it is quite painful to deal with. That is the yellow bird, Oricorio Pom Pom style, as it completely neglects every bit of damage that it receives from any attack from any X Pokemon. As you can see, I got quite lucky with my Misty early on, and I also have my Blastoise and a rare candy on my hand. But here I was actually in a bit of thinking about what I should do next. Should I use my Iono to shuffle all my cards and get my Poplios on my bench? Or should I just evolve my Blastoise and deal with this Vikavolt's pre-evolution? Because if my opponents manage to get the Vikavolt on the board, then that thing is also a big problem for me. So I just decide to evolve my Blastoise and get rid of its pre-evolution. And now up to the Oricorio. Here you can see I really don't have any of my other Pokemon in my hand, and I really have no ways of dealing with this Oricorio other than the two Primarinas that I have somewhere in my deck. But even if I get my Primarina, I still don't have Poplios so that I can get the evolutions. So you will see for the next few turns I'm just trying to get my Pokemon on board and trying to stall getting knocked down by using Lily and healing myself again and again. As you can see, my opponent was also on the same board because they didn't have any other Pokemon on the board as well. So it will take them quite some time to take down my Blastoise, because at the end of the day it still has 180 HP and I have a lot of Lilies as well. So after quite many turns, my opponent finally managed to bring another basic Pokemon onto the bench, but turns out it's another Oricorio, which is just double the amount of struggle for me. And with this attack, I'm down to 20 HP, but I get a Lily again, so I managed to heal myself back to 80 HP. As you can see, I'm quite stacked up with the water energy as well, like I have 7 of them. And you will see how these same 7 energies will come in handy for me later on in this video. I finally managed to get my hands on one of my Poplios, so I immediately retreat my Blastoise and put my Poplio on the active spot, which luckily puts the Oricorio to sleep for one turn. And now my opponent is also going through their hand, and they finally managed to get their hand on Vikavolt's pre-evolution again, which again will be a big problem for me the next turn if I don't do something about it. Now that I have my Primarina online, I finally have some healing, but as of editing this video, I realized that I actually didn't heal my Blastoise during that turn when I could have. And as you can see, my opponent also have their Vikavolt online, which will do me quite some damage. With the help of this supporter card and the type advantage, my opponent managed to do 120 damage to my Primarina, which was a lot but still not enough to knock it down. So I immediately retreat my Primarina and put my Blastoise on the active spot, as it has quite some energy to do 160 damage to Vikavolt, but also healing both of my Pokemon at the same time. And because I retreated my Primarina, I actually lost both of the energies. So I used my Misty to put some energy back on Primarina, and I luckily get one hit. So I put that one energy on Primarina and knock out this Vikavolt. At this point of time, in my mind, I was like, now they will knock out my Blastoise, and then the following turn, I'll put my Primarina on the active spot and do some damage to Oricorios and look forward to knocking them down. But I wasn't actually expecting them to use Cyrus on me and knock out my Primarina instead. So I'm in a bad position again, but luckily I get an Irida, which will heal me enough to give me one more turn. So at this point of time, my plan was to bring Squirtle onto the board and then do some damage with Wartortle the following turn to the Oricorios. But things again doesn't go as planned, because this son of a bird is also running a Sabrina and switches my Squirtle with my Blastoise and knocks it down. So at this point of time, I was like, I have lost the game, so I stopped recording. But I actually forgot I still have a Poplio in the deck somewhere, which luckily puts the Oricorio to sleep once again when we need it to. And that will give me enough time to bring my Brionne onto the active spot, and as it has 80 HP, the Oricorio will not be able to one-shot it as well. So I put some energy on and do 30 damage to this Oricorio. My opponent can also not switch to the other Oricorio because that one is remaining on the 10 HP as well. Now there really isn't anything that my opponent could do other than pulling another Cyrus or Sabrina. So I put my Primarina onto the active spot and knocked this Oricorio down, giving myself a very dramatic victory. And that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it and want to see more content like this, then please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.